subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone! Today on Lady Mary Beth, I'm taking you along to the estate sale of a former mayor and congressman, Sylvester Turner. It is a rare opportunity to acquire memorabilia, luxury gifts, furniture, home decor, and much more from a political leader. I'm excited to take you along. Join me. This is a much anticipated sale. Calls have been coming in from Washington, D.C., and lots of Houston folks have been calling and stopping by thinking that the sale started a bit early, and I'm taking you along today. Welcome to the estate sale of a former Texas State Representative, Houston Mayor and U.S. Congressman Sylvester Turner. It's hosted by Town and Country Estate Sales and held at their location here on Renwick in Bel Air. There's lots to discover, and not often that we get the opportunity to view a vast collection from a political leader. Let's get started. There is lots of artwork in this sale and framed photographs. Turner filled the congressional seat of Sheila Jackson Lee and was then elected in November 2024. Here we see a photograph where he was present at the inauguration. And here is a collection that has one thing in common, not your ordinary collection of books that you would find at an estate sale. The prices are very good. I was surprised with much of the special collections that it's actually very affordable. I know the lines will be long at this sale. The first day is full price, second day 20% off, and the last day of the sale 30%. We often find a variety of books at estate sales. It's a great way to affordably build your library. In this case, all of these have been signed by the author and dedicated to Sylvester Turner, the Houston legend's history and heritage of a dynamic global capital from Hank Moore. Here we see that it is signed and dedicated to Mayor Sylvester Turner, regards to a leader and visionary, priced at $15. Some good reads there. And here we have some great collections in this case, including from some top crystal manufacturers. There's a biscuit jar from Crystal Clear and Waterford and Baccarat. The Waterford Capitol paperweight was truly the perfect gift for a mayor of the largest city in Texas and a U.S. congressman. It resembles the Capitol in Austin and in D.C. We are proud in Texas that our Capitol is actually taller than the U.S. This is over 302 feet in Austin and 288 in District of Columbia. The Baccarat sitting tiger is well priced at $145. I'm finding it online for $450. If we turn it over, we see that circular acid etched logo, Baccarat, France. And that is a way to identify Baccarat pieces. The lotus bowl is from Mikasa. Love that shape. You can see many different purposes for this. It makes quite a statement. It has the original sticker on the base, made in Slovenia. And it's priced at $55. Another item of interest, it's actually not the blue wave for Democrats. It's from the Offshore Technology Conference that is held in Houston each year. Cigars that were gifted to the mayor from Bill Clinton, or perhaps when he was in the Texas State House of Representatives. This Waterford clock is also made in Slovenia, just like the Mikasa piece. Waterford has outsourced much of their production. Very well priced at $85, with the original sticker and acid etched logo. A modern interpretation of the classic Lismore design. This is known as Lismore Essence, a contemporary version of the pattern that was developed in 1952 by Miroslav Havel, inspired by the Gothic architecture of Lismore Castle. This is well priced, $85. It retails for $250. It is not engraved, which means this would be a great gift or addition to your home and fits just about anywhere. The buck stops here. We're finding lots of certificates of recognition throughout the sale. This was presented to the Mayor Turner by Congressman Al Green. It's priced at $40. And there's much more to discover in this case. We do see lots of Texas and Swarovski Austrian crystal. The cheetah is priced at $85. Look at those eyes. Some interesting collectibles here, and we will see lots more, especially of a vast collection. And Houston hosted one of the Super Bowls in 2017, priced at $35. It's not your ordinary pair of sneakers. This is a special edition and signed by the athlete. Priced at $800, and I'm sure these will sell quickly. Sports memorabilia is a big business, and these are already getting some attention. They were featured on the local CBS News affiliate, Channel 11. They are the Adidas Harden MVP edition. More importantly, they are signed by the NBA star himself, James Harden. Fine French crystal, the perfect pair. These are priced individually at $60 each. They retail for $350, sold as a set of 2. Beautiful cuts. A pair of Baccarat Noel double old fashions is a great corporate gift. This is something you could add to your entertaining or barware. You will notice that crosshatch pattern. It is etched mostly on the lower half of this. The texture offers a great grip when you're drinking from it, and it also reflects the light beautifully, and some great history with the city of Nancy. The Nancy pattern is named after the French town spelled like Nancy. It gained prominence during the Age of Enlightenment. It was nicknamed the capital of Eastern France in the late 19th century. They became an important industrial and cultural hub in the 19th and early 20th centuries, especially during the Art Nouveau period. The Nancy is a beautiful pattern. We don't see this often when we're out thrifting. One of the most unusual finds in the sale is out of this world. Our Texas state flag was flown to the International Space Station and gifted to Mayor Turner. Price at $750. Congressman Turner was on the Science, Space, and Technology Committee in Congress, but before he was congressman, he was also the mayor of Houston, home to NASA. This Texas flag was proudly flown at the International Space Station and gifted to him. It is available for $750. He was larger than life. This is a vibrant painting of Mr. Turner. I'm not sure of the artist. We also see more artwork later. If you have an idea, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And we'll see more cufflinks in the sale. There will be customers lining up to have something of Sylvester Turner. And this portrait is well priced at $550. I'm sure that will sell quickly. There's also a custom Isaac and Moore backpack. Let's have a look at that. This is a unique item with a custom packaging featuring a quote from Mayor Turner. It is made by Isaac and Moore, priced at $1,250. And the backpack is in perfect, unused condition. Made for Mayor Sylvester Turner. Let's have a look at some furniture. Not as much in this sale. We find more collections and memorabilia. These are well priced, $3.75 each. And that would be a nice addition to your space, along with some artwork. I could see that on an entry table or coffee table, well priced at $75. And a small side table. Perhaps you're not looking for signed memorabilia. Maybe just a pair of custom chairs. These are $3.75 each. We have a nice sculpture here. The friendship is $75. And a small side table for $135. This piece of furniture would be ideal as a TV console with great storage. We'll take a peek inside. It is not yet priced, but I will show you something that is well priced, much lower than I would expect for a Ridgway grandfather clock. I will tell you more about the history of the manufacturer. This may have been in the mayor's office or perhaps went to DC with him. An ornate pendulum and the moon phase where we see that Ridgway logo. Ridgway grandfather clocks originated as the Gravely Furniture Company in 1926 in Ridgway, Virginia. By the 1960s, they became dedicated to the grandfather clock business. They were eventually acquired by Howard Miller in 2004. This is from their presidential collection. $850 is a great deal. I'm finding that Ridgway clocks are about $4,000, although this one is quite a nicer collection with more detail. I would think maybe $6,000 retail. It is solid wood. And the dial reminds me of Howard Miller, no surprise, since they are now part of that company. And if we look down below, we'll see that Ridgway logo again, a more ornate version. A floor lamp is another great addition. We'll see more lighting wear in the next room. And quite a large collection of figurines. And there's such detail in this room and a lot of African influence with the Ghana masks. We'll take a closer look at that. And how about some home decor? We find a pair of giraffes. And this great furniture piece, along with a corporate gift, a decanter, and a set of 4 single old fashions. And here's a glimpse into one of the largest collections that we will see. And some of these are retired. This is well priced at $400. It's going for about $1,200 on eBay. The Enchanted Piper. African framed art. Very well priced. This would definitely build a collection for you. $40, an unbelievable deal. Estate sales are a great way to acquire affordable home decor, including lighting wear. You won't believe the prices. A pair of lamps that look like they came from a high-end designer store. I would imagine these might be $500 each originally. Let's have a look at that price tag. $225 for the pair. That is a great deal. These lamps are dramatic with the black shades, made of resin with a marble base. These are priced individually, $65. Truly works of art. These masks from Ghana are beaded, priced at $125 each. For a modern decor, you could add a pair of giraffes. The small is priced at $40. and the tall is 55. And of course, you could buy these individually, but I would think you would want to take the pair. Another vast collection, but maybe not one that you would expect. This was collected over years, and perhaps a few were gifted to Mr. Turner. Amongst all the awards and memorabilia, we find an affordable collection. Shot glasses. This is something that a lot of folks pick up as souvenirs. We see Germany is represented here, and Köln, the city of Cologne, and London. $4 each is a great price. A vast collection of figurines. These all tell a story. And they were designed and created by one man who is featured here dining with the mayor. Ebony Visions from Thomas Blackshear is the largest collection in the sale. This must have been a favorite of Mayor Turner's. And we also see a photograph of him with the artist. These are very well priced, and when they're retired, they go up in value. The Joys of Spring, $65. Each one has an interesting title and story. And that's what makes it such fun to collect figurines. It might remind us of something in our lives. And remember, once they're retired, they go up in value. And the prices on these are just amazing. The figurines are a blend of both Art Nouveau and African culture. We see that delicate detail, the drapery, and range of emotions. The commitment is well priced at $150 and it retails for $800. Being a politician means that you're often gifted things from around the world. This vase is handmade in Turkey. That is a stunning vase. This is hand-carved, made of camel bone. Quite an interesting presentation box, priced at $425, and we have information on the master craftsman. And one of my favorite glass companies, Blanco. They have such a rich history. These prices are excellent. You probably recognize the Blanco carafe. It retails for $92. $22.50 is great. This is in the sea spray color. Was originally made to fit in the newfangled electric icebox in that narrow door. And here's a Blanco pitcher. We don't see this one as often. Great for entertaining. A repurposed bench with a quilt that belongs in a museum. This was made for the mayor by a master quilter. The Jubilee Quilt Circle is part of the Community Artists Collective, priced at $200. Made by Hassel Murray. That is very special. I think one of the best finds today. And we see lots of history and historical moments represented. A bust of Obama and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Some wonderful mementos to be had here. And there's LBJ, also from Texas. Quite a variety of interesting finds and home decor, and a couple of demi-tasse priced at $26. The vibrant colors are inviting. Let's have a look at the back stamp. Handmade. Kutaya porcelain. Tall candle holders. More awards. And we will see a room full of awards in just a bit. I'm loving this table that is iron and glass, perfect for a breakfast room. Well, priced at $225 on the first day of the sale. And the chairs are $150 each. And even though the price goes down the second and third days of the sale, I imagine some of the best pieces will sell the first day. And here's his Bible. A lot of items are signed, and this camel is no exception. I'm not sure why someone would use a marker, but I guess they signed it like a birthday card. Happy birthday to the mayor. The soaring eagle, and more lamps. Let freedom ring. Here we have an awards room. Think of the different activities and events that a mayor might be invited to, and how do you store all of these items? I had questions on social media, why would the family let these go? But I actually do understand. This is from the Houston Lawyers Association. He was an attorney and Harvard grad. And that gives someone an opportunity to have something that belonged to the mayor and congressman. A crystal bowl is a great idea for engraving. It's something you could actually use. Can you imagine getting this many awards and accolades in your lifetime? There are lots up for grabs at this sale, including one from the AARP. He was also on the cover of an AARP magazine. Makes sense that they would present him with an award. This is my kind of award, a crystal vase. This is pressed glass. It does have an etching, but it's a way that you could utilize an item and it could still have meaning, especially for those collectors who'd be lined up for the sale. Bombay Company for photos and some beautiful cotton handkerchiefs. These are from Korea, the Ganghwa Island, made of environmentally friendly pure cotton. $5 each. I would definitely take those. Now we're walking into the world of wearables. And unlike most estate sales, I promise these will all sell. Houston Astros is our baseball team. A NASA jacket, priced at $85, and that's a lot more expensive at NASA, even without the connection to the mayor. City of Houston, a work shirt for $20. At estate sales, we often find clothing that has a company logo that may be something you pass on. And in this sale, this will sell quickly. The City of Houston, Sylvester Turner Mayor, a NASA jacket, and the prices are great. The Houston Astros polo shirt is $22. A collection of caps and some artwork from the same artist who painted his portrait, priced at $225. We'll see a collection of men's gifts. Not something we usually focus on, but I find these to be quite interesting. And we'll talk about the history of cufflinks. Here is a pair from Kendra Scott, a Texas jewelry designer. New in a box, well priced at $28. And many of these were corporate gifts that sometimes had enclosure cards. And that's great to gift. There are no monograms on these. Vibrant colors, $65. Cufflinks are a great gift and men's accessory with an interesting history. In the 13th century, cuffs were attached with a ribbon or string. King Charles II in the 17th century made them a popular fashion accessory. 2 ornamental buttons held by a chain, and a German immigrant made quite a contribution that revolutionized cufflinks, inspired by a bullet factory. But the Boyer fastener system is one that we actually still use today. In 1924, the Boyer fastener system was invented and the modern cufflink as we know it was born. It uses a tilting stick between a fixed double stem to make them easier to wear and more secure. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, that's got to be the best perk of being mayor, is you get to go to the rodeo. And we were big on belt buckles in Texas. The kickoff breakfast, $110. This was custom made. And here's another one from 2016. You could be rodeo ready and have something of a political figure. Priced at $60. We'll also see some writing instruments, A pair of cross pins for $18. That's a great deal. And these are new and unused. Also in the original packaging, a Meisterstück, which is actually the name of this particular style of pen that retails for $520. The ultimate corporate gift, the Mont Blanc writing instrument. The Mont Blanc was the second luxury pen introduction from the Simplot Füller company in Hamburg that got its start in 1906. And by 1910, the Mont Blanc pen gave the company its new name. They are synonymous with luxury. This is brand new, unused, with the information card priced at $275. Sylvester Turner was first elected to the Texas House of Representatives in 1988 and continued to serve in the Texas House until 2016. This oil painting is from those years. If you could walk a mile in his shoes, there is a collection, size 9.5. Love the blue. And boots. After all, he was a mayor of the largest city in Texas. And these boots are made for walking, and they have his monogram, hand-tooled. So glad you joined me today for Sylvester Turner's estate sale. There is lots to discover here, and the crowds will be lined up early at 5 a.m. My favorite find in the sale is the Waterford Crystal Capital Paperweight that represents his political life. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday with estate sales.